Hello and welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to another 24/7 news report. The big headline today coming from the Mail is that Everton and Wolves are both interested in Chelsea striker Armando Broja. The 22-year-old Albanian will hold talks with Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca over his future. If he is to go to Everton, Dominic Calvert-Lewin would likely have to leave. We ran a poll on our Twitter about this, which 48% of fans said no, 28% said yes, the rest were in the middle, and I'm probably in the sentiment of the majority here. Broja is a good, young, really good hold-up player, good technical striker ability to get others involved, but he's really never found that goal-scoring streak. He's been unlucky with injuries at points as well, but his last real good season was Southampton, 2-3 years ago. I think he looked okay in the Euros. I think he had some bright moments for Albania, but to be completely honest with you, for the amount of money they want, which is apparently around 25 to 30 million according to Team Talk, who also say that Calvert-Lewin, Beto or Morpé would have to be sold for the consideration to come in for Armando Broja. But I just don't see a world where paying, what's that, around £20 million, £20 to £25 million is worth it for someone who hasn't really ever been able to find the back of the net. I understand we paid a similar fee for Beto, but who was similar really, but I think it's making the same mistakes. I think Broja would suit our system in getting wingers involved and having players that can die behind him who can make the overlaps to score. But again, I feel like it's square pegs and round holes really, trying to get someone like Broja. Because I just don't. The one thing we need if we want to move up the table from where we've been in the past few years is goals. That's been our main issue. We've been solid defensively for the past few years now, mainly the last 2-3 years, but we just can't score. We're always around the bottom of the goal-scoring charts in the league, and Dwight McNeil's not exactly a goal-scoring phenom, neither is Jack Harrison, and we're not too sure on Lindstrom and Ndai yet, so I think it's one of those where we're going in and looking at this in a situation where we're bringing in a striker who has never really scored goals at basically any level he's played at. So I like Broja. And I think if we had a striker who had some more guaranteed goals in them and Broja as a backup, I'd be all for it. But right now, no. We also ran a poll on if we did sign Broja, who should be our main starting striker this season, where around 1,350 fans have voted so far, so thank you for that. DCL came out on top with 60%, Beto had 29%, and Broja had the remaining votes. So if that sums it up really, with Broja being the least popular of the three, and I think that I'd probably agree to be honest with you. Beto's already in the club, to be honest. I'd rather us rely on someone like a Beto and see if he can do it than signing Broja. I think it'd have similar production anyway, to be honest with you. Continuing with our Team Talk special, and Everton Director of Football Kevin Felwell is an admirer of Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah, who seems destined to depart the Emirates this summer. Marseille have already had 2 bids knocked back for the 25-year-old, and are willing to come back in for another offer now that Arsenal have lowered their asking price. Nketiah is a weird one, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think he's had his moments. I think he's shown for Arsenal a few times. If I have a look here, he's had a few moments for Arsenal where he's looked really good. His numbers look good in a per minute basis. He got 5 goals and 2 assists in only 10 starts in around 1,000 minutes. So 7 goal contributions in that time. It's decent. I think Nketiah is a decent little player, but it depends on what Arsenal's dropped asking price really is, to be completely honest with you. Again, someone we shouldn't be paying more than 20 million for, and maybe Nketiah is a bit older as well, but has a bit more promise than Broja when it comes to actually scoring goals. So I think that's another one where we should really be staying away from, unless we could get him on a loan first and then maybe get him in for the fee if he hits certain milestones. But yeah, that's another one where it doesn't fill me with any optimism, to be completely honest with you. And again, all the reports today are from Team Talk, besides from the headline from Mail Sports, so thank you to Team Talk. The next bit of news is that Everton are interested in Almeria forward Laji Ramazani, and he could be a more affordable option than both Broja or Nketiah. He's 23 years old, versatile, can play as a winger or as a striker, mainly a winger though, so again, bringing him in, he'd probably have to come in as a backup, a 3rd, 4th option striker who we play there for when the inevitable injury crisis comes. That seems to happen in every Everton season. He scored 4 goals and I believe got he got 4 goals and I believe he got 5 assists in 31 appearances. That might be wrong. He might have got 6 or 7 assists, but that is from the top of my head. For a poor Almeria side that were relegated from La Liga, his versatility is appealing to Everton, and he's a product of Manchester United's academy, if that really means anything. He only has 12 months on his contract as well, which is why he is seen as a cheaper option. I don't know tons about Ramazani, to be honest with you. If someone's a bit more clued in on him, if someone watches Spanish football, please feel free to drop it in the comments down below. But again, I probably prefer the cheaper option. Still young, sounds promising. Getting that around 4 goals and 5 assists for a relegation side is decent. You know, we've seen us go after players like that. I think Ndiaye had similar numbers with Sheffield United when they went down from the Premier League before he had that real breakout season in the Championship. So yeah, I think it's an interesting one, but we'll have to see where that goes. And the last little bit of news from Team Talk today is that Everton are desperate to keep DCL and are working on a new deal for him behind the scenes, but negotiations are proving difficult and we could be forced into a sale. I've said this a million times before when talking about DCL. I'd much rather sell him than pay him like 130, 140 grand a week, to be completely honest with you. We need to start being smart with our wages. It's what got us into this situation in the first place, to be completely honest with you. And do we really want to be running in a circle where we're in the exact same predicament again because we've made the exact same mistake again? No, not really. We don't want to be in that situation. So I love DCL. He's done a lot for the club over the past few years. But again, I don't want to constantly come on videos and repeat the same point over and over again. If DCL doesn't want to sign the contract or is asking for an exorbitant amount of money, then get rid of him while we can, when there's clearly some interest maybe for around 20 to 25 million from other teams. So that's my opinion on it, to be completely honest with you. But thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Everton Newsfeed and follow me on Twitter at Callum3, and I will see you all for the next video and or live stream that I am on. Goodbye everyone.